Final boss guide for Honor. Realistic difficulty. This is the final samurai chapter. 3.6 Apollyon. That's how you say her name. Hardest difficulty. Realistic difficulty. I'm using the Second Wind and the Unblockable feats. They're both level 2. Level 3 is the highest, but you don't really need it. And by far the easiest way to get through this fight that I have found is save your poison traps. You can stack up to 4 poison traps and use them against the various stages of this final boss. There's 3 stages to this fight. Using a poison trap, which immediately drains all of their stamina, and then using the unblockable feats is a pretty amazing way to just dish out a ton of damage to the final boss. So only this first stage has the extra additional enemies that you have to take out. I would focus on them first, and if you can, the 2 stronger guys, Mercy and I forget the other, well, I don't know what that other one's called. They all kind of run together, probably the Conqueror or something. Anyway, take Mercy and the other one out first so you can focus on the final boss. And then do not hesitate to run away to let your Second Wind recharge so you can get some more health if you need it. You probably don't need to learn, like, I tried to beat this fight with only using like the most basic attack patterns. And in fact, I've been doing that for all the boss fight videos, is I've been trying to do them with, like, assuming that you're just going through this game as easily as possible because you want to get the extra steel or scavenger crates or whatever emblems for beating the game on realistic, and don't necessarily want to spend the time learning all of the movesets of the different characters. And so I think the most important thing to point out is that if you attack up with the RB, meaning the light attack, that triggers like a special sequence of attacks where you attack like once and twice extremely quickly compared to if you attack left or right. Then it's like a quick slash instead of like a slash. So that's probably the most important part. When her health approximately for each third of the fight is about a third of her total health. So I did not use the unblockable feat during this stage of the fight because, so it lasts, on stage 2 I believe it lasts for 40 or 45 seconds, and it takes a bit of time to recharge as well. And this middle stage is by far the hardest part of the entire boss fight, just because of how narrow of a battleground you're fighting on. So I popped the poison gas right away. I end up beating this boss fight without using all 4 of them. But, you know, if you're going to use 2 of them on one stage, use them here. Just because I found this part to be the hardest by far, just because you don't have a lot of room to maneuver or run away. And if you need to, like, if you use your Second Wind and you need to get out of there, you don't have a lot of room to run. So I really hated this part of the boss fight. So, but I got through it really quickly there. Down to the last third, and now I'm gonna pop the third poison bomb. Like I noted before, it immediately drains all their stamina. So you like drop the poison bomb and make sure that you have a decent amount of health because it will hurt you a little bit as well. So you can't just. There is a little bit of splashback, I guess is the best way to put it. When you use the poison bomb, you will hurt yourself a little bit. Not significantly, but if she manages to get a hit off while you're setting the poison bomb down, and then you poison yourself a little bit, like, I've accidentally killed myself that way. So, I didn't use all the poison bombs. Now, one other way that you might be able to get through this final boss fight is by saving all the bow and arrows that you can stack up. I think you can stack up almost a dozen of them at the very beginning of the level. But I found the poison bombs were better for the first stage of the fight when there's the other extra enemies. Anyway, that combo of...
It's over.
Whoops, that's my timer. That combo works really well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you online. Game on.